What's cracking, guys? Welcome to episode 11 of my FC Utrecht career mode. This is actually going to be the season finale of season 1 here. Definitely plan to have a few more seasons, but really hope to get the Champions League next year. If we cannot here, it's going to be very tough to do so here in this season. SC Ajax has 5 points on us. We have to basically have them lose out. Need to win at least 2 games basically for that to happen. It's a scenario I can think of right out the bat, of course, at the top of my head here. But basically the formation we've been playing for a while now. Barzait at center attacking mid, Ayub, Gomez, Savic, of course, Kum, Fuentes, and the usual guys in the middle, and Lewin and Marquit. But of course, for FC 20 definitely has some quality players. We want to look out, of course, for Oshik and Jesus Corona, some very talented wingers, of course. Seems to be kind of a theme in Eredivisie in general. Some very talented players, good young talent here in this league, which makes this league be really fun to use, honestly. I have to say, we see Ruben running at the defense here. He's going to find some space for Barzai. He's going to take the shot, but a great save there to keep that out. Very good build-up play. Ruben is really growing in this season. Great to see. Excited to see how he does in season 2 when we have Giassi's artist coming in to help him out a bit. But you'll see here, Ballsme plays some good interplay. Jesus Corona here is going to have some space. Look at that. It's going to go in for the first goal from FC 20 there. A very good shot, a very good interplay, great finish and the like, some good build-up play. So definitely a bit disappointing to drop this early goal here. Definitely have to try to come back, grab an equalizer. We'll see if we can do that as Boymans is going to have the ball here. He's going to cut the ball back to Barzait, who's going to play the ball back out wide to Kum, who's going to send this ball in. Ruben has a shot at it, and he can just turned around and hit it right at the keeper. Unfortunately, weird positioning he was in, but unfortunately things didn't work out there. You'll see Barzait is going to play the ball here out wide, back to Savic. It looks like a ball back out wide again to Fuentes. Going to send this cross in to Boymans, and he's going to finish that. What a finish from Boymans, of course, the big man who's been tremendous form so far. We want to get him to 20 goals. I believe this is his 19th goal right here. Of course, that's been a lot of his bread and butter this season. Those headers right there, of course, using his big frame to get up there, beat players, and of course put the ball in the back of the net. Looks like SC 20 is going to have a chance here, but a great defense and a big save there as well from Verhoeven. He's just been amazing, I have to say. Been such a tremendous player since stepping up, and of course losing Robin Ruder. He's been tremendous. We do only grab the draw, and that basically kind of is going to end our chances at grabbing Champions League, as you can see. So because of that, kind of have quick recaps for these last 2 games of the season, I have to say here. But of course, the quality side in Vitesse, just tremendous for developing players, of course. But you'll see here, basically, we're out of it now with Ajax. We have 2 games left, 7 points, so that's mathematically impossible, unfortunately, to grab a Champions League spot. So we'll recap these last few games here, but a good chance there, as you could see. Really trying to get in this game. Fuentes here is going to send the ball in to Selnes, and a good goal from him. A nice job from the youngster, grabbing putting his head onto that one, grabbing a goal here. Really excited to see how he grows. Of course, the 20-year-old midfielder from Rosenborg could be solid for us next season. We're going to need him because it looks like we are going to qualify for Europa League, and we do grab just the 1-0 win there, which basically locks us up for Europa League, it seems like. So if we do have the Europa League, have to play in the qualifiers, it'll be very interesting, of course, in that 4th spot. Hopefully we get a good draw, and of course we want to get some more transfer money from that. That will help us a lot to improve our squad. But because of that, we may have to wait for the second transfer window, the winter transfer window, to have some more money if we are going to be playing in Europa League. So I wouldn't expect to be cashing out too much. We're already going to have Zardes coming in next, basically at the start of the season, so we'll see how things go. But of course, we'll talk about it a little bit more later as I recap this game here. Ball's being played out here too. Boyman's going to have some space. Do a good job holding up play, waiting for the run to Ayub. Send this ball in, deflected. Ruben's going to redirect it in goal. Very interesting goal there. But nice to see Ruben in those good spots. He's just able to redirect that after a redirected cross essentially. So a big deflection there, if it's going to fall into his favor. He has to just redirect that back into goal, get good contact, shape his body correctly so he does not make a huge mess out of that. Really excited by his prospects. A very solid season from the youngster, but you'll see here I'm going to mainly bring Boymans over here to try to grab his 20th goal this season. And of course on this corner kick, he's going to be in perfect position on this short post, and look at that. Boymans is going to grab his 20th of the season. Great from him. Glad to see him get to that mark there, I'll say, because I've recorded a bit ahead. He's going to get a lot of offers, but my plan is going to be to keep him because he's such a threat in there. Of course, we need that depth as well. Either way, he's not on huge contract or anything. We need that depth to get through Europa League and have a big run in the league. But I'll just start to recap some players here as we recap the season now. Verhoeven, of course, stepped in 17 games, did great, and you'll see Fuentes was tremendous. Had a great year for us. Of course, playing all over the pitch, up 4 points there. That is great from him. You can see his stats are tremendous. All green in physicals, whether it be light green, but that dark green stamina is great for us. Makes him such a versatile player. Great marking is what I have to say. But Marquita, of course, has gone up a bit. But I'm going to look for a center back to bring in, and we'll see who we bring in the next episode, guys. So stay tuned for that. So, of course, Lewin, age 27, looks to be pretty solid. Great jumping and strength there. Decent marking. So hopefully continues to improve. Of course, very physically gifted, he looks like. Just needs to improve a bit on the mental side, maybe improve his marking a bit more for us. But Koum has a very solid season, but I really would like to maybe try to grab a very good left back eventually, or right back, basically to help us out. I'm not sure if we'll be able to afford one next transfer window because I'm focusing on a center back to help us out there. But Savic, of course, went up a bit. Guemes had a very solid season, as you can see, playing both center, defensive mid, and a little bit higher up the pitch as well. But physical stats are well-rounded, great technical stats as well. Ayub grew up to 71, of course, age 21, very really looking forward to seeing how he grows. Had a very solid year, and his interceptions have gone up a bit. Mendel's stats are mainly what's improved his growth. Barazite had a solid year, kind of towed off at the end, I'd say. Of course, had some injuries as well, but he could be pretty promising. I wouldn't be, if I could get some decent money for him, I wouldn't mind as well. There's Boymans, 20 goals, all those assists there, solid match rating. Just excited to see how he continues to grow for us. He's really just a big man. His strength is huge, heading accuracy, shot power, very powerful guy here. Rubio Rubin also went up 2 this season. Had a very solid EC with those goals and assists. Very well-rounded player who has some solid finishing, ball control, dribbling. Really just need to see a bit more improvement in his technical stats would be great. Of course, he continues to grow. Demers, of course, didn't play too much. Got some shots here and there, but he's going to be a backup mainly. Christopher Peterson could be a solid right winger for us. Would like to get him on loan mainly, so we'll see what happens there. But Danny Verbeek, of course, was on loan with us. If I could get him back on loan, that would be great, but we'll see later. Who did grow a lot for us was only on loan as well. Didn't do too great, but of course, he's still a young player. Kai Hernings is actually going to be leaving the club on a free transfer, essentially. But Selnaz, of course, another one of our youngsters who's going to, hopefully, he can continue to grow. Zulo actually looks pretty promising at left back. Had some good shifts here. Looks to be pretty good physically. Crossing isn't bad. He's a very gifted, I'd say, attacking fullback, so he could step in at left back for us. We'll see how things go there again, but of course Schoenberg fortunately had that big injury. Sad, because he looked to be very promising, so hopefully he can get fit and start to grow for us in time. Of course, this is a backup goalkeeper I brought on loan, but Ram Salar looks to be pretty promising on Twee, and I'm going to try to sell a couple of our surplus left backs, Ardeveld and Corti. We'll see if we can get them off our books to help us bring a little bit more in transfer in wages. But Timo Lescher looks to be pretty promising, so I may try to he will get some more games next year, I have to say, of course, at least in the Dutch Cup at the least, because of all the match congestion and the like. Duplan has been getting older, unfortunately. We have some other guys who Amrabat looks pretty promising on loan. Looks to be pretty gifted technically. We'll see if he's gonna get some shots when he comes back. But other than that, I'll wrap up that squad report there. Of course, So really excited to see how this squad continues to grow. I think I've really done a good job putting this team together that's going to fit well with the system I like to run. But we still have to, of course, improve a bit. Really would love to get in that Champions League spot. As you can see, we're basically 7 points away from them. So we have to try to, get enough players that will make up for that deficit for us. So we're not in the same spot next season, because I really want to grab the Champions League spot next season. Basically to keep this career mode going, keep it fresh, try to bring us some Champions League spot football, and bring us some glory back to the Dutch league in the European standard and the European football. Essentially is what I'm trying to say. So that would definitely be great for us. But we'll see your player stats. Boymans led the league just over Memphis Depay, whereas Nessie did pretty solid as well. You see other guys like De Jong, Corona up there as well. So great to see Boymans just beating out very solid players, very good players, of course, for that top scorer spot there. Definitely hope to see some other guys help contribute as well, because there's some times when Boymans wasn't in good form, and we just needed some goals, and we just could not find them, unfortunately. When Boymans actually was up there in assist as well, that really shows how good he was for us, and kind of puts in perspective, his value to our club, essentially. So we'll see. We may not want to get rid of him at all because of that type of potential, that type of ability on his side. So we'll have to see what happens. If we get like a 10 million euro offer, is the only way I'll get rid of him. We'll see what happens again. You guys will see in the next episode, guys. But it's been really fun doing this. To be honest, I've really enjoyed this career mode. It's been loads of fun. But as I start to round up this episode here, of course, thanks guys for tuning in. The support's been really great. I think the support on this one has actually been comparable to my Real Sociedad career mode, if not better, as you'll see here. Of course, looking at some of the other stuff, we'll see what the board thinks of our season as we're going to be ending the season here. Amazing season. Great to see, have that type of affirmation from the board, because I've had, of course, other career modes where I got fired and it was pretty crappy. So hopefully that does not happen here in this career mode. Of course, the first season will help that out, guys. But again, thanks for tuning in. As you can see, we're going to be getting in the next season. I think we'll have that episode up on Saturday or Sunday for you guys. Thanks again for tuning in now. I'll be signing out, and I'll catch you guys later.